Hi everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I'm coming to you live from my home during this pandemic. And up first, we are going to talk to Corey Smith, and she's going to tell us how you can help the Healing Hands Health Center during this crisis.
Hello, my name is Corey Smith, and I'm the practice manager at Healing Hands Health Center in Bristol, Tennessee. Our clinic has served the residents of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia since 1997. Our mission is to glorify Christ by providing quality healthcare services for our uninsured neighbors. We offer the following professional services and do so at a significantly reduced rate. We provide medical care and much needed medications, dental care including exams, x-rays, cleanings, fillings, and extractions. We also provide eye exams and eyeglasses and chiropractic care. Healing Hands is operated by a small staff and a host of volunteer licensed healthcare providers. We also couldn't operate without our partnerships within the community, from Ballad Health to United Way of Bristol to the University of Tennessee Health Science Center College of Dentistry, East Tennessee Dental Hygiene Program, ETSU Quillen College of Medicine, King University, Virginia Highlands Community College, and over 350 dedicated volunteers that serve in various capacities throughout our clinic. As a charitable clinic, we do rely on financial support from local churches, grants and foundations, and individuals and corporate donations. To become a patient, everyone must go through an application process. Patients must be uninsured and have a total household income not to exceed 250% of the federal poverty guideline. For example, the annual income of a family of 4 cannot be more than $65,500 for the year. Healing Hands continues to operate during COVID-19 pandemic. Our community has been through a lot lately. We are really looking forward to getting back to normal, to getting back to routines that we once were accustomed to. While many things have changed during the pandemic, one thing has remained the same. Healing Hands is committed to the safety of our patients, staff, and volunteers. Healing Hands continues to follow the infection control recommendations made by the American Dental Association, the CDC, and the Tennessee Department of Health. We have implemented several procedures based on their guidance. 1, we are asking patients a series of health questions a couple of days before their scheduled appointments, and then again on the day of their appointment. When patients arrive at the clinic for their appointment, they will ring a doorbell that is located on our front door, and a staff member will greet them to let us know that they've arrived. Patients' temperatures will be taken by a staff member before entering the clinic, and they will be asked to use hand sanitizer. At this time, only patients receiving treatment will be allowed to enter the clinic. We are asking family members to please wait in the car. However, we will allow essential caregivers to accompany the patient in the clinic during their appointment. Appointments will be managed to allow for social distancing between patients, which means there may be fewer options when scheduling appointments. We're also asking patients to wear a mask or a face covering when coming to their appointment, especially in the medical clinic. As staff members, we are also following the recommended CDC guidelines for healthcare facilities. Our temperatures are being taken every morning before work. We answer the same health questions that are asked of our patients. We practice proper hygiene techniques. We've increased the frequency of sanitizing high-touch surfaces, especially between appointments. Healing Hands has always gone above and beyond in cleaning and disinfecting our equipment. Fortunately, we have received an adequate amount of personal protective equipment, and this will be able to continue providing the quality charitable health care to the residents of our community. Staff members wear masks as well, especially when social distancing is not possible within the clinic. Currently, we are providing dental and medical care. If you are interested in becoming a patient, please visit our website at www.healinghandshealthcenter.org. If you have any other questions, you can contact us at 423 652-0260 and hit option 7. Leave a detailed message with your name and phone number, and we will return your call as soon as possible. I just want to thank you for this opportunity to let me talk to you a little bit about Healing Hands and how we're operating and what we're doing during this difficult time. We hope you stay safe, that you stay healthy. If you need us, we're here, and that we ask that you just please take care, and God bless.
Thanks, Corey. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols. And up next, we've got Amy Shuttle, and she's from the Chamber of Commerce. She's going to tell us about the American Cleanup Day. It's coming up.
Hello, my name is Amy Shuttle with the Bristol Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about Keep Bristol Beautiful and our upcoming event, the Great American Cleanup. As many of you know, Keep Bristol Beautiful has been doing cleanup projects across our area for quite some time, and we are a President's Circle affiliate of Keep America Beautiful. And the Great American Cleanup is a national program and initiative of Keep America Beautiful for all of its affiliates. So we're pleased to bring the Great American Cleanup to Bristol on Saturday, May the 30th from 9 a.m. to noon. And that will be held at the Malcolm DeVault Field parking lot in Bristol, Virginia at 1501 Euclid Avenue. So you can be a resident of Bristol, Tennessee or Bristol, Virginia, and we invite you to come. This event is free of charge. And I'll talk to you just a little bit today about the types of items that we will be taking at the Great American Cleanup and what you can expect. So first of all, we are pleased to have with us this year Blue Ridge Environmental, and Blue Ridge will be joining us to provide secure on-site paper shredding. So any documents that you have that have personal information or financial information or just a bunch of old documents you just quite frankly want to get rid of, feel free to bring those on Saturday. You can see those items be shred on site securely. So bring as many as you can, and we'll take all of them on Saturday. The next items that we will be taking will be our household hazardous waste. So this is a big deal because we are only able to provide this cleanup for household hazardous waste once a year. So household hazardous waste. Many of us during this COVID-19 time of stay-at-home order or working remotely from home, we have found ourselves cleaning out closets and garages and attics, and quite frankly, we have a lot of things we're just not really sure what to do with. So many of these may be your household hazardous items. So this may be the opportunity for you to finish that cleaning project and get rid of these items. So some examples of these are antifreeze, paint solvents, paint thinners, paint, cleaners, degreasers, used oil, gasoline. We're even taking propane tanks. This is all in partnership with the Bristol, Virginia and MXI. So we are so thankful of that partnership that we're able to provide this service to everyone. And remember, this is just one time a year. So there's still time. If you don't have your household hazardous items together, go ahead and collect them, get them ready, and we will be happy to take those on Saturday, May the 30th. Additionally, we are going to be able to take some tires this year. So we have a 4-tire limit per car. So if you would like to bring any tires that you have, we will be taking those. Our partnership this year for the tire recycling is with Patriot Recycling that's located in Bristol, Tennessee. And this is also being provided to us through a grant through Tennessee Valley Authority. So we're very thankful we're able to provide that to everyone this year. And remember, it's a 4-tire limit. But the wonderful thing about this recycling is that these tires will be taken back to Patriot Recycling's facilities after the event is over. They will be shredding the tires and then turning these tires into a new reusable product. So we are really thrilled to be offering that this year. So You can bring your tires, bring your shredding, bring household hazardous waste, and then also we will be taking appliances and small electronics. So anything that you have that you want to get rid of, feel free to bring those. But remember, we're not taking TVs and we're not taking PC monitors. So anything else, small electronics, appliances, but no TVs and no PC monitors. We will also be practicing social distancing this time, and you'll be seeing us wearing our face mask, and we hope that if you need to get out of your car that you will also be bringing a face mask to wear. But we don't think that anyone would need to get out of their car during this time. We'll be handling everything for you, but if you should have to step out of your car, we ask that you do bring a face mask and help us to practice social distancing too, to safely get rid of all of the recycling materials. So I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank everybody in the community for participating in this event and helping to keep Bristol beautiful. And we thank our ongoing annual sponsors too that help us with everything that we do to provide these services in the community for cleanups like this. So big thanks to the Bristol Herald Courier, to Bristol Motor Speedway, the Tennessee Valley Authority, and the City of Bristol, Tennessee. We sure do appreciate this collective partnership that we all have together on this state line. And we hope to see everyone on Saturday, May the 30th, for the Great American Cleanup from 9 to noon. And that will be held at the Malcolm DeVault Field parking lot, 1501 Euclid Avenue. And if you should have any questions, feel free to call the Bristol Chamber at 423-989-4850. And hope everyone is staying healthy and practicing social distancing. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Amy. Hopefully everyone can participate on May 30th. It sounds great. And you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols. And attention, those of you who have a green thumb, we have an opportunity for you at Steel Creek. And to tell us all about it is Robin Fire Robin.
Hi there, I'm Robin Fire Robin with Friends of Steel Creek Nature Center and Park, and I'm here today practicing good physical distancing, mask wearing, and hand sanitizing with Jeremy Stout at the Nature Center, which is currently closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But I did want to tell you about a couple of projects that our Friends group is working on along with the staff here at the Nature Center. I'm standing at the top of the stairs overlooking Steel Creek Lake and looking at the space where our next exhibit is going to be installed, hopefully soon. If you visited the Nature Center, you know that we have lots of exhibits featuring the many animals of the park. We even have an exhibit displaying the geology of the park. But one thing that we don't have, at least yet, is something focused on the native plants of our region. Hopefully that will change by the end of this summer. Thanks to the generosity of John and Peggy Cowan, two of our community partners, along with many of our other contributors, we now have the funding in place to proceed with installing this new exhibit. Jeremy and Don, two of our amazing naturalists, are in the process of working with Ed Hackley, our exhibit designer, to create an interactive exhibit that will really focus on the importance of native plants and how they fit into the natural environment. One of the neat aspects of this new exhibit is that it'll invite visitors to connect directly with what's outside. This window will be incorporated into the display so that as you interact with the exhibit itself, you'll be able to see a renewed and greatly expanded native plants garden right out there. Then, after learning about many of our native plants, you can head outside to see them and learn more about them firsthand. So, let's go out and take a look. Here we are in what, for the past 10 years, has been our native wildflower garden. Thanks to the work of Sharon Foster and a number of other gardening volunteers, this rather wild area was converted into a woodland natural garden. Most of the specimens that were put in back then are still here. But as you can see, in recent years, the area has been overtaken by a variety of other invasive plants, including Virginia creeper, poison ivy, cleavers, and wild ginger, all of which are actually native plants. You know, just because a plant's native doesn't necessarily mean it's not invasive. We're just beginning to clean out the less desirable plants to make room for those that we want to save, as well as for ones that we hope to plant later on. Eventually, an interpretive path will take visitors through the garden with additional specimens and signs providing information that will complement the exhibit inside the Nature Center. To create and maintain this native plants garden, we'll need a dedicated group of volunteer gardeners. If you or someone you know enjoys working outside, whether or not you know much about gardening, let us know and we'll put you to work as one of our volunteers. And if you're a master gardener, our project is one of the approved projects of the Northeast Tennessee Master Gardeners Association, so you can get credit for your volunteer hours working with us. Well, that's what we're up to here at the Nature Center these days. If you'd like to learn more about our organization, visit our website, www.friendsofsteelcreek.org, or our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram. We look forward to the day, hopefully before too long, that we can reopen the Nature Center for everyone to enjoy once again. In the meantime, though, remember to keep practicing safe physical distancing, mask wearing, and hand washing.
Thanks, Robin. And up next, we've got the president of the Chamber of Commerce. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and up next, we've got Beth Reinhardt, and she is going to tell us about Region Ahead.
Hello, I'm Beth Reinhardt. I'm the president and CEO of the Bristol Chamber of Commerce, and today I wanted to tell you a little bit about an initiative that we've been working on over, I'd say, the last 6 weeks maybe now. It was during this COVID-19 shutdown that all this came about, and it was an effort really between a number of different groups of folks who were trying to find some way to really make an impact and help those businesses that are our local businesses in most need of help. So I'll tell you a little bit about the first phase of this, which came about as a result of, it was really the Bristol, Kingsport, and Johnson City Chambers of Commerce, Network Sullivan Partnership, and NetRep Economic Development Groups, and Andy Dietrich with Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City. It was really his brainchild in the beginning, but what we did was we came together and created a website called regionahead.com. And if you go to regionahead.com, you will see a number of things on there. But when it started out, it really was created to have an economic aid directory for the region, and the region being all across Southwest Virginia and across Northeast Tennessee, as we say sometimes, from Marion to Mossheim and everywhere in between. So the website itself, again, was created to have a place where businesses across that entire footprint could go and enter their information. And once they're entered into the directory, people can go there and look places up to find out what are their hours of service, what services have been limited, or what services are they continuing to provide during this really difficult time right now. We're trying to make it easy for consumers to go to one site and be able to get information about some of their favorite local places, learn about other businesses across the region, again, with the intent to find one stopping ground, so to speak, one website where people could go and, as a business owner, enter their information, or as a consumer, find out who's open, who's closed, or what services they're continuing to provide. In addition to that, businesses can go in and update their information. So as things change during the reopening phases and we can keep up with how they're doing and what services and hours they have available. So we started with that website and had good response to it, really started pushing that out through some great partnerships with all of the local and regional media outlets. So they were a huge partner in all of this as well. We kicked it off with a press conference via Zoom because we were not meeting in person, obviously. And that was another push to really get the information out there so that people knew where to go, where to enter their information, and how to access that. So from that came another piece of this, because not only did we want people to be able to find out how their businesses were operating, we really felt like we had to do something else. We were all working diligently on the front lines trying to help businesses, but we saw the greatest need being financial resources above and beyond other things. So we have since created the Local Business Recovery Fund, and what this fund will do, it is available to corporations, individuals, anyone who is able, willing, or just really have a good place in their heart to try to help us all weather this storm. They can go onto the regionahead.com website, and there is a donate button on there. And that donate button is so that anyone can push that button. They can give a little bit, they can give a lot, they can give really whatever they're able to provide in this challenging time. And every dollar certainly does make a difference. We have raised quite a bit of money right now. We have a long way to go. Still a lot of fundraising to be done, as the need is great. So we did that, and asking people, asking corporations, anyone who was able to give what they were able to. And the other side of that was the businesses in the region could go there. There is a grant application portal that a business can go on there and apply for assistance and resources through this same process. So the monies that we're raising on this website and across this push are really intended to help our local businesses across the region who have 50 or fewer employees, and really that fall into 4 different categories. The categories are arts, entertainment or recreation, accommodations and food services, retail trade, or the manufacturing sector. And the reason that those 4 areas were chosen for businesses was it came from a study that was done, an analytical economic impact study that was done to determine the greatest industry sectors impacted by COVID-19. And those 4 were at the top of the list. So we know that they're the ones that are probably going to suffer the most across our region. And we wanted to, again, try to help them as best we could. So again, it was less than 50 employees and meeting those 4 different criteria. So right now where we are continuing to raise money and continuing to announce huge gifts and donors that have come in. We don't want that to stop. We still need to raise more money as the need is great. But more importantly, businesses can go there and can apply for assistance if they meet the criteria outlined in the FAQ sheet on the website and as part of the application. So we really encourage people to go and take a look at that website. It benefits our entire region. There may be businesses that did not qualify for the CARES Act PPP funding or the EIDL loans or other things that are out there. There are other organizations doing great work as well and fundraising and have some resources to provide. But as we all know, these businesses have great needs, and we really want to make sure that they can survive this storm. Many of these businesses have a huge community impact in each of our footprints, and we want to try to help them as best we can. So if you have any questions or want to learn more about it, again, go to www.regionahead.com and read all about it. And we hope you will consider giving and or asking for resources if you're a business of 50 or less in those 4 different sectors. So again, I'm Beth Reinhardt at the Bristol Chamber of Commerce, and if I can help answer any questions, please feel free to reach out. at 423-989-4850. Thank you.
Thanks, Beth, and stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and up next, we're going to talk to city officials from the school system to tell us about how you can register your kindergarten online for the first time ever.
Hello, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to tell you a little bit more about preschool and kindergarten registration for Bristol, Tennessee City Schools. Unfortunately, we had to cancel our on-site registration this year due to the school closures caused by COVID-19, and we were able to move that process online. We had completed a portion of the process online in previous years, and this year we will be able to complete the entire process online, and I want to tell you a little more about that and how to complete it. First of all, children must be 5 years old on or before August 15th, 2020 to register for kindergarten. And for preschool, children must be 4 years old on or before August 15th to register. The registration must be completed by a legal guardian, and it can be done at btcs.org, and you click on the enroll link on our homepage. Now, there is some documentation that would typically be brought to the on-site location that now you can upload during the registration process. And this can be done, of course, through a scanned document. You can scan the individual files and upload those files, or you can simply take a picture of the files and upload them that way. Those documents are for kindergarten and preschool: an official birth certificate, proof of residency, and this would be an electric bill or another utility bill or some other mail that comes to your residence that shows proof that you do live in the city limits. We would need proof of a physical and your immunization records, and these are required before you can attend the first day of school. We would need custody documents if that's applicable. And for preschool only, you need proof of income and or your SNAP or TANF case number from DHS. So now, something that applies to incoming kindergartners only. Please know that kindergarten students who are applying for tuition or transfer, that you register in the school that you wish to attend, but this does not guarantee placement. Only in-zone students are assured placement regarding a particular school, but you will receive notification prior to the beginning of school regarding acceptance if you are applying for tuition or transfer. For preschool only, registration does not assure placement in our preschool program. An application process is used based on criteria, and students who are considered to be at risk based on income or educational need do receive priority in the preschool program. Transportation is not provided for preschool. The hours are 8:10 to 1:30, and it does follow the Bristol, Tennessee City Schools calendar. Now, for both of these processes, for preschool and kindergarten, we are asking parents to complete the process prior to June 1st. Again, just go to our website for more information or to start the process. It's btcs.org, and you click on the enroll link. If you have questions about kindergarten or preschool registration, please contact the school you wish for your child to attend. And that contact information for our schools can also be found on our website at btcs.org. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that message, and you don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and we're going to hear from Wes Ritchie from the city to tell us what we can do with all of that yard waste as we're doing our spring cleanup and how the city can pick it up.
Well, basically just about everything. Grass clippings can be left outside if they're bagged during this time. Leaves during this time can be left outside if they're bagged. Of course, brush clippings from trees, where you trim trees, can be left outside for us to be picked up. According to ordinance, though, we are here to serve the citizens. If you have a tree contractor remove a tree on your property, then you need to have that contractor remove the debris and not put it out for us to pick up, according to city ordinance. Just place it on the edge of the road, on the right-of-way, close enough for the truck to pick it up. The neater you stack it, the better off it is, and the less mess and the easier it is on our driver. Some items we pick up would include mattresses, old furniture, wood, things of that nature. We do get the occasional question about paint, and the best thing to do with your paint, unless it's a hazardous type paint, if it's your regular typical latex paint, just dry it up with a substance like sand or kitty litter. Dry it up in the can and then throw it inside your garbage can. That's the best way to dispose of old paint. We do pick up appliances as well: refrigerators, washers, dryers, those metal type appliances, dishwashers, stoves, all of them can be picked up. You just place them out, somewhere close to your can, within 2 feet, 3 feet, no closer than 2 or 3 feet of your can. Should be picked up on the same day. We also do pick up electronics. That includes televisions and old computers, as well as radios, things of that nature. Unless it's an unusually large pile of clippings, of tree waste or something of that nature, it should be picked up all complete the same day that your garbage can is dumped, unless it's an abnormally large pile of debris. Well, we do have an ordinance. You are not supposed to leave your garbage can out all the time at the street. It needs to be retrieved by midnight the day it is collected. So that night you need to make sure you have your can off of the street and out of sight. And I think the ordinance reads by midnight the day of collection. And you can put it out the day before collection.
Thanks so much, Wes, and thank you all for watching today. We'll see you next time.